Hello everyone, welcome back to Consistent Profits. This time around we're looking at a forecast for the week ahead of us. Today it is Sunday the 17th of September 2023 and we're doing a forecast for the dollar index, GBPUSD, EURUSD, the S&P as well as Nasdaq. Without wasting time, if you haven't liked, do so, comment and subscribe. Let's have a look at these charts. All right, we're now looking at the Nasdaq, and this market I'm looking at two levels. It seems like price is going to be trading into this level into next week and trade further into this fair value gap over here, and then we will observe how this market reacts. Most likely we are going to see a continuation to the downside, and then from there potentially price will begin to trade to the upside again and trade into these lows over here, and then from there we might see price crash to the downside, trading into these levels over here, these lows over here. Otherwise, another scenario that can happen is for price to indeed trade below this level, further down into this fair value gap, and then from there begin to seek higher prices and trade into these levels over here. That is one other situation that can play out in this market, or just simply seeing this level over here rejecting right by these wicks over here, and price beginning to seek higher prices to initially take out this level over here and continue momentum to the upside, further trading into these levels over here. So we are looking to see obviously characteristics aligning themselves on smaller time frames, with either side being a continuation to the downside or a rejection right here by the wicks and an initiation of momentum to the upside, seeking higher prices to take out this level over here and ultimately these highs here. Now let's observe the S&P. This market, just looking at it, it seems like momentum is going to continue to take out this level over here, continue to the downside, trading into a fair value gap that you see here, and further seek lower prices. By the way, there is also another fair value gap that could attract price, and we might see price dip into this one as well. And then once it's there, we will see how price reacts. And like I have already said with the Nasdaq, aligning yourself accordingly, be it with a momentum to the downside continuation or a reversal from these levels here at the bottom right below this level, because this level is likely to be taken out tomorrow, and then we will see how price reacts right where it's from that level, if it's going to continue, and then trade into these lows here and then begin to continue momentum further to the downside. Of course, we will see once it reaches these fair value gaps, this one over here, trading further deeper into it, or simply just trading into this one that we see between this candle's high and this candle's low, how price reacts once it reaches those levels. Another situation that we can see is for price to begin to reverse right where these wicks are situated, where price is here, is right now, and then we begin to see a shift of momentum to the upside, seeking this high here, and then ultimately this one over here. Without wasting time, let's have a look at another chart Right now I have like the dollar index open, and we can see that price reacted off this fair value gap that we were eyeing last week, and then began to break structure to the upside. Potentially price is going to be trading into this level in the coming week, and how that may transpire is for price to dip into this gap that we see over here and then continue momentum to the upside, or we could see price crash all the way down into these levels here, sweeping liquidity over here and begin momentum to the upside as far as this chart is concerned. Another situation that we might prepare ourselves for is for price to trade into this level over here and begin to seek lower prices from there, breaking structure to the downside and potentially creating a market structure shift, which then means price will continue to seek lower prices. And now we look at the pound dollar. With the pound dollar, we can see that this momentum of this chart has been quite bearish, and just like we had thought last week, price is going to break the structure and continue momentum to the downside. You can see Friday was bearish, and right now the most likely situation that is going to transpire is for price to trade into this level over here. And once it has traded into that, potentially the price is going to trade up again into this level over here, or potentially into these levels, these lows over here, and then continue momentum to the downside to ultimately trade into these lows over here. Another scenario that could play out into this market is after taking out this level, we will see a momentum shift, and then price will begin to seek higher prices, trading into these levels, these highs, these wicks over here. And that is one other situation that we can prepare ourselves for. But as for now, this market seems quite bearish as the dollar is looking bullish. Right now we're looking at the EURUSD, and what I'm seeing is a continuation to the downside. Price can potentially trade all the way up into these levels here, or simply trade into this fair value gap, which is the low of this candle and the high of this candle. Price could simply trade between those and then begin to seek lower prices further, trading potentially into these levels over here, these wicks over here, or simply taking out this low. So that is another scenario that can play out in this market. However, what we understand is that the dollar is very, very bullish. It's been bullish. Therefore, we expect GBPUSD and the EURUSD to continue momentum to the downside. And when you look at the indices, we understand that bullish momentum possibilities are still there. However, at the moment, they are still quite bearish as far as sentiment is concerned, and we are expecting the levels that we have spoken of to be taken out to the downside, and see once they have been taken out how price reacts as far as the indices are concerned. Without wasting time, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one.